one who taught me love was not for everybody. However, I'm starting to see this world in the right light, yet it still gets darker. You see, it's just a simple symphony or a painting, whatever. It's a natural path that spans infinitely, but my world is crumbling. Let it collapse into the abyss. In the midst of summer it won't exist. This emptiness, it's just a blank slate, waiting for a painter to interfere. It's quite complex, but what I know.
Hello and welcome back. We are ready for the placement to figure out which team is going to be taking third place. I am Dave CC-Farrell.
And I am Evan Lost Brothers Higgins.
And we are entering into the ban phase with Tanuki on the red side versus the Legends 27 on the blue side. The Legends quickly take out Shen with their first ban. What are your thoughts on that overall?
Shen has been a very powerful pick from what I've seen in most games, being a very heavy tank, being very hard to kill, very elusive, and being able to protect those carries with that denial of auto attacks that he is able to offer with his W. This game, though, I must say overall, is going to be very tense as it is for the third place spot in the entire tournament.
Looks like we're also seeing a Lucian ban. His mobility has been absolutely massive. Ivern with his jungle path disruption makes it a comfort pick for getting rid of him, making it so he is not going to be able to disrupt the regular gank patterns that junglers usually undertake. Fiora ban is very frequently targeted because of the top lane carry possibility that comes from a Fiora if they got ahead at all.
Absolutely, and it looks like we're going to be seeing a Malzahar ban. Interesting. Have we seen a Malzahar actually be picked so far this tournament? I do not believe so.
So far from this desk, we have not, but from what I have heard, there have been a couple Malzahar support picks through the tournament because even despite the nerfs that he has recently undergone, that is still such a powerful pick with that ability to lock down an opponent at a very good range for such a long period of time.
Also, Malzahar still having his silence, if I'm right, being one of the only characters in the game remaining with that ability still intact, being very powerful in denying any abilities to be thrown out.
Absolutely. We're seeing the Elise ban trying to stop that early jungle pressure. The Legends, if I'm remembering correctly, did have a pretty strong Elise, if I am remembering correctly, from the previous series. We have a Vi locked in, assumably as the jungler for the Legends 27, and it seems that is a relatively potent dive or a pick comp.
Vi having the combo of queuing in and then ulting, or the other way around. Assault and Battery is a very heavy engage tool that will be used very well here by the Legends 27.
Speaking of engage tools, it seems that the Legends 27 will absolutely need to keep on grabbing those engage tools if they're going to be doing it. But Ashe and Camille, both incredible engage champions, have been picked up by Tanuki. That Camille with her very long range engage, and Ashe with her ability to pick or to disengage with that stun.
And as always, it is to be said that you may have a heavy engage here, as we see with Camille's ability to lock down a specific area of the map and a specific person, but if you do not have the follow-up ability, nothing will come of it.
Absolutely. One thing about Camille that is very unique is, unlike many other champions with lockdown, when you ult someone with Camille, they cannot even flash out of your containment. We're seeing a Poppy and a Xayah. Poppy is a great counter to Camille in the top lane. She has the durability to take a lot of the brunt that Camille can throw out in lane, but Poppy also is able to do that tackle, which can knock Camille out of her ult, disabling it early, allowing the person she picked to escape freely.
Also, Poppy being one of those very strong picks in terms of countering multiple champions in the game, such as Kha'Zix and Rengar, and in some ways Lee Sin here, an interesting pick. Poppy's ability to just lock out people from a team fight with her barriers is amazing.
Absolutely. Xayah is another incredible pick by the Legends. And when we look at Xayah, she, like Camille, when activating the ult, becomes untargetable for a brief period of time. I have actually seen a Camille try to ult a Xayah, sees the ult coming, who ults, disabling Camille's ult from ever going off.
And also, a Lulu looked like he's going to be able to sneak through here, not being a part of the bans, and also a LeBlanc instantly locked in for Legends 27.
The LeBlanc countering the Ori matchup is a very potent one. LeBlanc loves to get in and get that quick burst off, especially with the Emax. It also provides some valuable CC for her team. And against an Orianna, she may be able to trade some in autos at early levels, but when LeBlanc hits that level 3 power spike and has access to her full kit, the only thing that Orianna can do differently is try to trade back a little damage. Orianna scales far better into the team fights, but the laning phase is going to be leaning in favor of this LeBlanc.
And then we see the final pick of this pick and ban phase here from Tanuki with the Nautilus. Nautilus being, again, a very heavy engaged champion, which seems to be the route of Tanuki here, having an Orianna, an Ashe, a Lee Sin, a Camille, and that Nautilus, all having high potential for just perma-stunning and keeping people in a very specific spot.
Absolutely. That Nautilus is going to be playing support, so he's going to be directly having to fight the Lulu, which will be interesting because of the ranged versus melee dichotomy that those two have opposing each other. Nautilus is fantastic at engaging and disengaging, but Lulu does have that higher damage and higher lane pressure that she will be able to try to get some bully on the Ashe, enabling her Xayah to get ahead. And as I've